Hey, good afternoon. What is the latest with everybody? Okay, so this is kind of a weird thing. I got about an hour. I want to get in about an hour of programming. So let's see if I can actually do it without talking my way out of it. But I'm going to start off with a complaint about my programming workspace. It keeps opening up this extra page. I don't understand why. Because look, if I close this one, and then I open, like say, if I go to my workspaces here and open up, say, my planning and tracking one. What is the deal? They keep opening up an extra page. I guess this one does it too. It's like, this is the workspace. And this is just some random extra homepage it gave me. Why is it doing that? Did they do something that broke the workspace? It's just giving me bonus stuff. So I haven't done much programming today because I have been distracted by various things. One of which was my sticky notes were broken. And that's been annoying. Sticky notes are a feature within Windows. And it's actually used to be really cool. And I say used to be because it's not functioning right anymore. It doesn't sync anywhere. I don't know where it even works at this point. Okay, so these are your sticky notes, and it could sit on your desktop, and you can create a new note. And when you go create a new note, it says, the source. Why is this source OBS? I don't know why it's source OBS. It doesn't. It's what I didn't do anything. Yes, I'm running OBS, but why is that the source that shows up here? That's nonsense. So I could basically delete that, but it often depends on the last application you were on. I think that's because you can do a screenshot with a simple screenshot. I don't know. Like if I click this, it's going to screenshot wherever you were. But when you type something into this, it's supposed to be these various OneNotes. See, I have all these testings, and they're supposed to sync to OneNote, but they don't. They don't go anywhere. And they don't even sync to other devices anymore. They used to be that if you put a note here, it would show up on your phone that has sticky notes, or on your notes on your phone if you have it set up, or any other device. I had my other computer before, and I had used this a couple of times, and I had multiple sticky notes. None of them went anywhere. They didn't go to OneNote. They didn't go to sticky notes. They didn't go anywhere. I did searches and tried to navigate, figure out how it works. Nothing. Everybody says, oh, just do this or do that. Nothing fixes it. There is no, because this computer's fresh, brand new, just set up. So it's not an issue of, having old software or something on there. It's just everything's a one-time shot. I put sticky notes on. I try to use it. It doesn't work. So I'm supposed to be able to just do test this thing and find it in OneNote. And then, for one, I shouldn't even have to do that. I don't know what that does. It's supposed to be something to do with syncing. You don't click on syncing. There's nothing to do. It should just auto sync, right? It's just going to be there. Now, the most obvious place for this to appear would be in your OneNote, if it's local, or even going. How do I get this to go away? Okay, so if I go to my general notes, it should be right here. This should be right here in my general notes. I can go to on file notes. Again, not here. The only thing that works as far as notes, so if you want to use a note that I've been able to validate that works, it's not the sticky notes, because when you open up sticky notes here, it opens this and says with new sticky notes, it's easy to remember important information. You can quickly jot down ideas, take screenshots in just a single click, all while staying focused on the task at hand. Great, but it only works on this window, and they don't go anywhere. They literally go nowhere. I have notes on my phone. None of this stuff is going to it, and I'm using the same account on all devices. So I only have one account for Microsoft. So yeah, don't I can't recommend using sticky notes unless someone can tell me how the sync is supposed to work. The new ones, the old. I even open up the old sticky note just to see if maybe that one still works because you have them side by side. And no, don't work either. It does show different stuff though. So yeah, it's got me, man. Got me. Anyway, so let's see if I can get a little bit of programming done. But that's where my day went trying to figure out why my sticky notes, because I use them all. I used to use them a lot, and I wanted to get it going again because I like being able to do quick things. So if you want to use a notes app, like if you use OneNote, you could do Windows. I think it's Windows Shift N. This will create a. You can do quick notes here, but no, that's not Windows Shift N. It's Windows Shift K. What is it? Quick note. Oh, Alt. Windows Alt N will create a new note here. So if you want to have that working, it's Windows Alt N. That'll create this note. Oops. And then theoretically type here and it goes to OneNote at some point. It's supposed to show up here. There it is. Type here and it goes to OneNote. So that'll work for you. I wish I could say that the sticky notes work, but I cannot. It's but this is a sticky note. I mean, it can be. I think you can even pin it. You used to be able to pin it. Oh, maybe not. You used to be able to do a pin on these notes, but I guess you could only do that with sticky notes, which, by the way, don't work. So I don't even know. Can you pin sticky notes anymore? You used to be able to pin these. Oh yeah, there it is. Pin. But yeah, don't expect these to go anywhere useful. You're not gonna. You're gonna be stuck. It's like, let me look. I can look at my phone, see if it's there. Nope. Sticky notes just don't work anymore, man. It's a sad day. It used to be one of my favorite apps, but apparently, and I'm looking at it now, checking to see if it's copy notes to downloads folder. Yep, it's using my it's using the right account. The only account I have. I don't know where these sync to now. I couldn't tell you, but it's weird. All right, let's go get some programming done. I got it. I got what I need. I'm disappointed. I used to like sticky notes. So tonight when I'm online, for all you people who like to watch games instead of me talking, I am going to be I'll probably be playing games today and tomorrow. I don't know what yet. Probably something I normally play. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, there. Anyway. All right, so let's do something here. Where was my programming? Let's go see if I can find. If I even have my who was I learning from guy. Go Go micro services. I started off learning this guy, but he was kind of dry. So I wasn't sure what I felt about that. Was it this guy? I don't even know. Maybe it was this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. Yeah,
to the layered architecture that we're going to use on all of the services. So all of the services are going to follow something similar. We're going to build upon this later. But now let's go back to the gateway and implement the entry point of our application, where we're going to create an HTTP server. And then on the next module, we're going to create a gRPC into our system. Then we can communicate via gRPC to the order service. All right, so here we are at the gateway service, and the gateway service is going to be the most simple one because we're not going to have that layered architecture per se, because first, we don't have business logic, so we're not going to have a service, we don't store anything, we don't have a storage layer, we're just going to have a transport layer because the gateway is going to act as a load balancer to our services. It's basically going to act, which is going to be new store. I'm going to...
So are we back here again? Or maybe I went back too far. This guy goes, this is a really far back thing. It's such a big thing. It's an hour and 35 minutes. So when you do this, even with all the little breaks, it's hard to tell where you're supposed to be. Man, that really jumped back.
Passing the store to the service, and this is going to be it. So here on the main, we're going to have the transports and the... Basically, we're going to initiate everything. We also need to initiate the transport, which is going to be gRPC, but we get that into the next module. So for now, this is going to be it. And then you could go, for example, the service.create order, where you could pass the context.background, for example, just so we don't have an error. All right, so for now, let's leave here the orders.main. We got introduced to the layered architecture that we're going to use on all of the services. So all of the services are going to follow something similar. We're going to build upon this later. But now let's go back to the gateway and implement the entry point of our application, where we're going to create an HTTP server. And then on the next module, we're going to create a gRPC into our system. Then we can communicate via gRPC to the order service. All right, so here we are at the gateway service, and the gateway service is going to be the most simple one.
All right, so we're on to main.go, our gateway, and we got to create a main.go. He's got a, I guess that's it. So we got a new file, main.go, package.main, package main. So I have a tool on here that tells you when you have a problem. Main. It's kind of cool. It's like, and it tells you what the problem is.
Architecture per se, because first, we don't have business logic, so we're not going to have a service, we don't store anything, we don't have a storage layer, we're just going to have a transport layer because the gateway is going to act as a load balancer to our services. It's basically going to expose an HTTP server, and then it's going to implement a gRPC connection to those services via gateways, right? So first what we need to do is create that HTTP router. So I'm going to use Go 122, the vanilla HTTP routers here. If we can add She or any other package later, but for now this serves our purpose. And then we have these mugs, we can just do handle func. And here is going to be the signature to create the first order. It's going to be /API. So it's going to be customers /customer ID. We need the customer ID. And then the resource is going to be the orders. And then we just need to have here a handler with a handler func to handle it. What I'm going to do instead is that I'm going to
now I'm copying him exactly.
A file here called http.handler. So this is going to be the...
All right, so he's got a new file here. Now, I'm copying him exactly only for the moment. I'm going to pause it and try to redirect it to my application. But I'm just writing it down so that I have what's basically supposed to be happening here. So he's creating a... What was it? Gateway? What? Oh, what? We're in common? Wait, what? Oh, no, we are in common. Gateway, no, we're not in common. Oh, what the moodles? He is bouncing all over the place, man. All right, so we got a new file, and we have main.go again in common. And then he's going to have, he is creating in the gateway, he also created HTTP handler, I think it is. New file, HTTP underscore handler. Go. I believe that's what he did. Is there a way to go back just 30 seconds? They don't do they don't have a quick back here.
What I'm going to do is
We got that, and I got to go back to my main, and we got to go here, orders, and it's comma H. And he is putting. Oh, I didn't put a parenthesis on my stuff, man. Got to encapsulate this parameter, man. Oops. I don't know. He's got a kind of H here, so it must be that he's going to define it later. See, it did. Oh, mine put it in. Well, something I did put that in. It must have been one of these. It didn't do it last time, but I installed a couple of things that are supposed to be helpful, and apparently what I did that. So I'll put the net HTTP import on here, which is nice. So he's doing a couple of different things here.
instead is that I'm going to copy this out.
Now we're in gateway.
And I'm going to create a file here called http.handler. So this is going to be the
He's used to playing in TypeScript. I'm used to doing RSX, which is React. But I'm not so used to it that I frequently mistype because I'm too new at everything. Nothing's a pure habit for me.
handler for the HTTP layer.
All right, so he's going here, and he's going to do, what's it, package what?
Let's just call this main. And then here I'm going to do what I usually like to do in all of my videos, which is having a handler.
He's so fast. I mean, I don't know how much he's actually doing, right? I mean, some of the stuff he could be just going quickly.
Type a struct here, and then again this is going to be just a constructor here. It's got this new handler. It's going to return just a pointer to handler. Just like we've seen before. This is going to take in the future dependency, which is going to be the gateway. So the gateway is going to be the layer of the service discovery. So we're going to keep that in mind. And then let's just have here a method called register routes. So this is going to register all of the routes here. It's going to receive max, which is going to be the HTTP serve max, like so. And then this is not going to return anything. We can just have our signatures here. And then down here, let's have our handle create.
He's going fast. All right, so he's an HTTP handler. Go, what am I missing? Mux. All right, where is he? Oh, did he do all that already? Oh, gosh. Okay, so got register routes, Mux, HTTP, star HTTP server Mux, serve Mux. So we got here, and then he's got mux dot handle func, and then in there we got post API customers, customer ID, orders, and he's doing basically the same thing I guess he did in the other one. What is that, period? He's got a period? I'm going to use periods. Oh, he's not writing a sentence, is he? Definitely going to have to continue to understand what's going on here. But he's not really teaching you. He's showing you how to do microservices. He's not teaching you anything. It's like, just throw all this stuff in here. And like, okay. So understanding that. Now I'm getting a little bit more of a grasp because earlier today I was watching another guy doing just how to learn Go. And he was going a little bit more into what these things are. Like these star handlers are pointers to these functions. And then like the equals, colon equals is like a variant variable that you set the type, and it can define it itself based on the default value. You set the value and it'll define the type based on the value you gave it, and that becomes the type, so you don't have to define it. And that's nice because you can actually do multiple at once. You can do variable name, and then colon equals variable value 1, variable value 2, variable value 3, variable 4, and they would all assign, and it would just figure out what they're supposed to be, strings or integers, based on the values you gave them all in a nice single line of declaration. It's interesting.
Order, which is going to receive a request writer and a response.
I'm going to have to go back.
So if you check here the handler func, it needs to receive the response writer and the request. You should be familiar with this by now, but just to reiterate as well. Then I just come here and I call the handle create order. Then here on the main, all we need to do is create.
Sheesh. Where is he at? Is he on his one? I don't know where he's at because he took away his mapper. So I don't know if he's on this Go or if he's on this Go. I don't know which Go he's on, or which main Go he's on.
It's the handler, so I'm going to call these new handlers, and then we do handler dot register routes. We pass in the router, and then at the end we need to start the HTTP server and pass in our handler as a parameter. If errors from the HTTP.listen.
So, yeah, I don't know which one I mean, I guess it could be this one. Mux. No, he's calling it differently. Main. New server. I don't know where he's at.
And serve, we pass in here the HTTP address and as well as the mux. Then if the error is different than nil, we need to handle it.
Because there's a main.go in every item, so I don't know if he switched because he had typed up stuff
failed
before.
to start server, for example.
I don't know why he turned off his mapping, so you know what file he's supposed to be on. So we're in gateway stuff here. This HTTP handler, oh gosh. Gateway, oh, I'm in gateway. Okay, so we have register. So HTTP gateway. So he must be this gateway, because that. See, there's main.go gate. Oh, see, mine at least shows you where folder you're in. His doesn't show you that. So I know what main.go I'm in because I have this thing on here that's showing me, which I'm glad I put that on. That's kind of cool. I've been working with multiple main.go's. I could just look. However, it doesn't tell me where he's at. Now I know HTTP handler go is there's only one of those, so that's easy enough.
It's going to be the HTTP server.
Func H handler register routes mux HTTP ser mux. All right, so that's kind of
mux
behind here.
Like so. And then this is not going to return anything.
I don't know why he got rid of his thing there.
We can just have our signatures here. And then down here, let's have our handle create order, which is going to receive a request writer and a response. So if you check here the handler func, it needs to receive the response.
Server.go. Did I even create a service? Server.go. Where is server.go at? Is that a thing? Did I create a server.go? Oh, I don't even know where his server.go is. I don't have a server.go. What are you talking about, server.go? Did he put it in? Where is this server.go that you speak of there, buddy? Was I supposed to server? No, that's when did he create this even? I don't even remember him doing this. So I'm sorry, this guy's kind of getting on my nerves. It's like he just flew right through it, man, and he's like, I don't care, man. Let's see, does he have his stuff on? Maybe it'd be helpful if I could go to his GitHub. All right. This guy he talks very fast, he types very fast, and he just zooms along. So basically, he's just showing you stuff. He's not teaching you anything. He doesn't care if you know what you're doing. He just says no go. If you need to know go well. He wasn't kidding. You need to know go well. But the thing is, it's like, okay, you've never created a microservice. You might know Go well, but you haven't had to do a microservice. Maybe you've been using it just to write an outright program that just does its thing. Like I did C# and I had never written microservice until, now I'm starting to do that because it wasn't a common paradigm at the time I was doing a lot of my C# stuff. And so this is like new to me, right? I mean, just the concept of microservices. And so why would you register, some of this stuff, routes and servers and all that stuff that you may not have done before? So I'm thinking, dude, auth example, dot files, REST API, real time. I don't even know what the name of his project is. What is it? What is he doing here? Microservices? Is the name of the project here? Just says GitHub. You go there and just look. Maybe you'll find something. Does he have it? Is the title? He doesn't show his entire UI either. I mean, you only see this. You don't see like the title of the app. So if I want to see this, he's got a lot of stuff in here too. He's a busy guy. React-based coursework, REST API, REST template, Burger Builder. Burger Builder? Course project from React 16. Oh, React. API auth example, Golang. Okay, so he's got some Go. Can I search his stuff? Golang. Alright, so let's see, Golang REST API, bare bones Golang REST API with root example, Golang API OAuth, real-time chat application, watch videos, multiplayer Golang card game, notes I've learned, Golang web dev. Huh. What is the title of this video? The complete course in Go. That's not helpful. Go. Full stack Go API auth example, real-time chat, readwise, Go card game, Golang tour, Golang web dev. Let's go to Golang web dev. That's probably not it either. Nested templates, understanding servers, TCP, server mux. Yeah, he doesn't really take you to the item you're working on, which is kind of a bad thing too. So it's really hard to follow along if he's hiding stuff and he only shows you certain things and there's 50 main.goes and he's bouncing around in them. You're like, you don't know which file he's on. And you're like, oh wait, am I supposed to be typing there? So all right, so I have to say, I'm at the comment. I'm gonna say, dude, They're really hard to follow. Very informative, but very hard to follow. Even when pausing. You turn on your navigation pane and thus knowing which one of the many duplicate file names you are working on is very difficult. Plus, your link to GitHub gives you no idea what project is actually being worked. Oh well, now he's had a negative. I'm still giving thumbs up. I mean, it's good information. It's very good stuff, but it's really hard to track. So would I continue to follow him? Probably not, but it's kind of good to see what he's doing, but like I said, I have no idea. Where did he put server.go? His server.go, is it here? Let's go if I can go here. See, he didn't create a server thing, so I have no idea where this server.go file is. So it's not just a thing, so he's put it under some other thing, but since he hid his file structure, I have no idea where he's at. So he's got here he's just bouncing around. Orders, stock, main.go. He's got he's doing orders. I got that, but so he's got service.go. But at some point he creates a file called server.go, and I'm like, where is the server.go? It doesn't actually show you where it is he's putting that. It's main.go. Alright, so now he's got gateway, go.mod main.go, which is kind of what I have. At some point here he turns everything off. He turns this whole thing off, so you can't follow him anymore. It's like, all right, we'll just guess where you're at. Func, new handler. Okay, so that's HTTP. I got that. That one I pretty much. He turns it off right about. Yeah, he turns it off right about here. So at some point he creates this file called server.go, and I have no idea where and what and when he put that. He just suddenly is there. I assume is it going? It must be going under gateway. It must be going under gateway. I'm gonna go with it under gateway. I wonder if I could search up what is his file name? Server. How about I gotta come up with a name. How about orders or kitchen? That should be a pretty good thing to try to find, right? So if I go here, go back a notch, go up here. Let's see if kitchen. So we'll go file name, sources, archive, can be mirrors, templates. Oh, nope. It doesn't look that way. It says all. So it should have found it. If he put this even up here, maybe he doesn't even have this up here. Huh. So orders. Yeah, he doesn't even have. It's not even searchable. So he must not have it up here, or he's hiding it. I don't know. It's like videos, no, like maybe it's only for his class. He's got a special GitHub just for his class. Yeah. All right. He must have a separate GitHub for class stuff. All right. So that's not going to be available. All right. So in order to do this, the next thing is to try to figure out where is he going with all of his stuff. So I'm just guessing. I'm guessing this server.go thing is in Gateway, because he was working on the Gateway. So we'll just server.go. I guess, because I don't know where else it would be.
A method called register routes. So this is going to register all of the routes here. It's going to receive max, which is going to be the HTTP. Here, let's have our handle create order, which is going to receive a request writer and a response. So if you check here the handler func, it needs to receive the.
So he has. Oh, is this because you can go? Oh, all right. So if you click on, you do a control click on it. If you don't know environments, it'll take you to it. But oh, that's in server.go. Oh, check that out. So he didn't create server.go, but HTTP. Oh, it's in the source. Oh, it's in here. I mean, I don't have it, but it's hidden. Go source net HTTP. Oh, it's under Go source. Program files. Oh, it's under the Go. It's under the Go stuff. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's a Go file. Interesting. Okay, so handle func registers the handler function for the given pattern. If the given pattern conflicts with one that is already registered, handle func panics. I did learn what panic is a thing. I always think panic is like, what? Somebody's just being silly? I mean, I knew it was going to be like an error related thing, but panic is actual official Go term. It just basically means it'll crash without handling itself. Which is kind of silly. I mean, you would think the Go code itself would not panic, but I guess it has to let you know that something blew up. You know, it could just, I would think it would just return an error. It just basically means the error that it returns is not handled, and you've got to contend with that. As they refer to, what do you call it? Functions or whatever that can be dangerous. Dangerous functions panic if they're not handled. Just basically means they can return an error that's bad, and you don't want your code to ever panic if you can help it. So you handle the panic. Whoa, calm down, I got you. I'm going to put you in the error handler. going to deal with you. So maybe he's not actually doing anything here. Is it perhaps that he's just showing you?
The response writer and the request. Should be familiar with this by now.
You should be familiar with this by now. Okay, you say so. You're teaching us how to do this. Why would I be familiar with it? You're showing us how to do microservices. Why would you be familiar with that? But okay.
But just to reiterate as well, then I just come here and I call the handle create order. Then
okay, so you squeezed that one in. I did not see that.
Not going to return anything. We can just have our signatures here. And then down here, let's have our handle create order.
All right, so he's doing this. Okay, so I don't need this server.go. That was a thing that I thought was a thing, but it's not a thing. So let's get rid of that. Yep. Okay, so he's still dealing with HTTP handler Go. We do have my handle create order, and what is he turning it into?
which is going to receive a request writer and a response. So if you check here the handler func, it receives.
It's so hard to go back just a little
response
bit.
Writer
There's
and
no
the
like
request.
go back
Should
10
be familiar
seconds
with
or
it by
something.
now, but just to reiterate as well. Then I just come.
All right, so he's going back into, well, it's still here, but he's just putting it up under this guy, H dot something.
Here and I.
It's like you can't follow him. I mean, you have to be quick on the draw with the pause, man. Because he'll like put something in and go, okay, we're working over here. We're going to put this in right here. And then we're going to go over here. And we're going to put this over here. And we're going to go over here. I'm like, it's like yeah, he's showing you the complete microservice course in Go. So he's teaching you. He's supposed to be teaching you microservices, but he's not teaching you. He's just showing you how good he is at typing and how fast and how well he knows it. And he's hoping you can keep up. Now, granted, I am not a Go expert, but still, anybody here is theoretically, they're here to learn how to do microservices. And you're going so fast, you're not even explaining what these routes and what all these bits are doing in terms of how they're handling the microservice. So to me, that's very poor teaching. It's like, I don't want to go and do your class because I can't even keep up with you on your free class. I don't even know where you're at half the time because you jump back and forth so quickly. So, sorry, TIAGO. I feel like maybe somebody else who's equally expert in everything in Go in every possible way, and they type super fast and can follow you typing, might be able to learn microservices from this. But really all they're learning is how to type and copy fast, because you're not telling them nothing how this stuff works. You're not teaching or guiding or showing people how this gateways and these commands are actually doing anything for you. A couple of times you refer to other functions and say this, but you should know that by right now. It's like, we wouldn't be here trying to learn microservices from you if we knew how to do microservices already. If we knew how they were done in Go, we wouldn't be here. So, just saying, dude, not helping. You're very difficult. You obviously know your stuff, but you're also I get it that I'm doing some stuff that's a little bit different, but still, which I think is, to me, the way I'm doing it, I feel is the better way to do it, to be honest. Not better than the teaching. As far as retaining the knowledge, you want to implement code in something that, okay, I got a problem here. Okay, there we go. Never mind. I was just trying to fix my my code stuff. My stream information. Okay, so yeah, he's very good at he obviously knows what he's doing, and he's doing it very fast, and he's memorized it, and he's just flying through the code. And I don't know if he's trying to do it quick because he feels people don't want to. I don't know why he's going so fast, and I don't know why I'm not motivated to. He's only $14 to do the complete course. I think $14 a month. So I don't know how long it would take to do the whole course, but you have to really know, not only syntactically. Now, granted, I give the leeway to the fact that I'm not an expert in the syntax of Go. I'm getting there. I'm getting more familiar. I'm doing other stuff to learn it, but still, even if I knew Go, I still think that if people don't know microservices, he's going to be really hard to learn from, because he just flies around and you can't keep up. I can't. And I think I type pretty well, and even with pausing, but he just jumps back and forth so quick. A lot of times you don't even know where he's at.
I call the handle create order.
So like he's like bouncing around on the cursor. Even he's like one cursor. You know, he's all over where he's at in all the different things, and you're like, I don't even know what main Go he's on right now. Remember, main Go is common in every single folder, and just a minute ago we were working on the one in common. Oh, no, not in common. In orders. Mine says coaching profile. That's just because I'm applying it to my own work. But this is the one we were working on. But now, I don't know. I'm thinking because we did handler Go, we're probably working on this main Go. But even then, I have stuff in here that doesn't match his stuff. So, I don't know. When did we do handle func? And am I supposed to have handle func? Maybe he was on a different Go when I put that there.
And here on the main, all I should do is create
this is
the
very,
handlers.
very hard to
these
follow.
new handlers.
So handler. See, yeah, he's doing something different. I don't know what main.go he's on. He could be anywhere. Is he on the gateway one? Is he on the common one? It's like, is he on the coaching profile? I don't know where he's at. He took away his navigation pane. So it's like, okay, I can't even see where he's at. And, I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to be here. Because I think he had us type this, I thought. And I have three main.goes. Is it this one I'm supposed to be on? Under common? Dude, maybe I need to go watch the slow guy. TIAGO, man, dude, this right here, I don't know where you're at. It's like he says, oh, you should know Go well, but you should also be able to know where which main.go I'm working in, because I'm going to go around really fast. I'm going to go HTTP, I'm going to main Go, I'm going to go. Now, I might be in common, I might be in gateway, I'm not even going to let you see, though, because you know Go well enough. You should be fine. You're just going, like, no, no, hello. It's like, I don't care who you are, if you can keep track of this guy. And he's only getting comment, positive comments. No, I get it. I mean, it's a lot of good information, but I don't know. I feel like, how are people? No, actually, absolutely nobody has a negative thing to. I mean, because everybody's impressed by how good he is. I'm telling you. I mean, he's good, and I'm impressed. But I don't know. It's kind of like, I think people are glad because they copy everything he says, and then they're like, hey, it works. Did they learn anything? Because you don't have time. He doesn't explain anything. So, and this is a microservices course. It's not saying the complete microservices course. I mean, courses should teach. They should explain why and what and how. Because, like, all right, I'm very good at SQL Server, but there are a few things I don't know. I mean, I can type up queries and complex queries, and I've even written applications in it that called subqueries and user defined functions and all kinds of special little calls. I've controlled and manipulated service tables and other scripts. I even have them running and generating script data. So I've done a lot in SQL Server. But even so, there are things I don't know great. And if I were to take a lesson from somebody who could type really fast and knew that section of code really well, and they were doing this, I wouldn't learn anything, because I'd just be trying to copy it, because I can't. It doesn't tell me what it's doing or why it's doing it or what what are these functions and calls that we're making? It's just, nope. So, yeah. I don't even, actually, I don't know where he's at right now. I could guess. But I don't know what I'm supposed. I mean, I don't. Do I overwrite what I did here, and then if I overwrite what I did on the gateway, because I think he's on the gateway. Main.go, but it could be. But the common one doesn't have anything in it yet. I mean, the new server Mux is like it exists on all of these. Oh no, I guess it doesn't exist here. I don't know. I thought we even defined this at one point, but maybe that was just in handler go. Yeah, we did it here. And did we do it here? I thought we did it somewhere else. But yeah, he goes so fast, I don't even know where I'm at half the time. He's spinning my head around. Okay, so... yeah, I don't know for sure where he's at, but maybe... Alright, let's go here. Maybe I was just on the wrong page when I did this. Mux handler. He was doing a thing and I just copied it in. And look, it's not even main. I was typing so fast I didn't even get main on there. Alright, so let's try and do what he did here. We'll just delete that and maybe I'm in the right spot.
And then we do handler dot register routes. We pass in the router, and then at the end we need to start the HTTP server and pass in our handler as a parameter. If errors from the http.listen and serve, we pass in here the HTTP address and as well as the max. Then if the error is different than nil, we need to handle it, which all we're gonna do is.
All right, let's type this out. If error conf, that's not an equal sign. HTTP serve handler register routes mux new handler colon blah 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 blah. Lots of blah 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 and lots of blah 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 and you say, why are you still following him if you're having so much trouble with it? Well, he knows what he's doing exactly what I want to do because I have to set it up for my code. So he's doing the right thing. So I'm going to try to write it and then try to interpret it myself later, I guess, because I have to go back and update it for my own stuff. But it's just difficult when he's not teaching you anything. He's just cramming stuff down your throat. It's like, you're gonna like this. I have this new food for you, and I wanna show you what it tastes like. So, stuffing it down your throat. Here, take it quick. Here, try it. What do you think? This is the new food. Is it really good? Do you like it? I can't taste it. I'm just gagging on it. But it was. I'd really like to taste it, but you're not letting me. I can barely swallow fast enough. I'm gonna choke.
Log.title fails to start server, for example, HTTP server. And here I'm gonna create a variable here called. Because
where'd he go? Oh, did he switch? Did he go somewhere else? He did. He went somewhere. What's he doing? He moved to another place. I didn't even see him do this lognet. That must be something. Oh. Where did he go? Oh, he put it down. Oh, I see what happened. He went back to the top. Okay, so log.fatal. We're going to put this in here. Failed. I went to go look for his stuff on GitHub. I have no idea where it is. If he even put it there. Maybe you can only get it if you're following his class. I don't know. It's possible. You know, hey, why would he let you have that for free? Because it probably has the entire class in it. It's like, well, if you just know, if I just give you the code. I mean, it's basically all you're doing here. He's just giving you the code because he types, just goes so fast. He's just giving you the code line by line, but he wants you to pay $14 a month to do it, to do the whole thing. We're just going to give you a little taste of it, and then we're going to go, there you go, man. Good luck. Bye. Want the rest? Come check me out. Okay, so now he went back up here. Apparently, whatever happened there, I did not get that, so I'm probably gonna have to put that in const, and then he went http, probably dot something. I probably have to go put in import and add whatever this is. Of course, that does that. Do we have to put a comma? No. Oh, I guess he just puts in log here. And then close my bracket there. Okay, so we got that going.
HTTP address. This is going to come from the environment variables in the future, but for now, let's just have it hard-coded here. This is the parts that we're going to have. Now, let's actually test this. And what we can do with Go workspaces is go back to the roots, and we can just do go run and then the name of the server.
Okay, so he went super fast, and he's ready to test it. Now, I can guarantee you my stuff's not going to work. Just, whew, it's definitely not going to work. You can see all the red. Red means it's not compiling. So, I mean, obviously I've got a lot of problems on mine. So, oh, it's not, there's no period there. I mean, yeah, he's very frustrating. Let's go back. I got to figure out what he did here because I'm obviously not quite online with him with whatever he's got going here. And let's see, what did I got? Handler. Oops, I didn't put the
request, right?
I didn't put the bracket thingies. Or no, I did put the bracket thingies. He has not.
And the response. So if you check here the handler func.
Okay, so part of the problem with mine is I don't have handler create order. I have a handler. I have a different thing. H dot. No. Oh, it's because it's handle create, and I'm doing coaching profile because that's the one I'm working on. So it's going to be the handle create coaching profile. Okay, so now for some reason, does that work?
It needs to receive the response writer and the request. You should be familiar with this by now, but just.
So we handle create order, handle create coaching profile, and then we have he's putting it up there on the top.
Reiterate as well. Then I just come here and I call the.
Wait. Oh. He put a bunch of extra stuff in here, and I didn't see him do that. He just like, bam, we're going up here. I'm like, what? Where are we? HTTP. All right. He added stuff. I'm like, what? When did he do that? I don't remember that stuff being there. HTTP. He's like, I'm going to put in coaching. Like, no, we're going to go up here and put this in. And I'm like, but where did these things come from? It's like if you're just watching him bounce around, sheesh, dude. Just don't. I get it, man. You're an expert. And everybody else is supposed to just know it, even though that's why they're here. Why are you coming to me? You know this stuff. Watch. Just follow me along. It's easy. Easy peasy, man. I got this. Just do it. I don't know. All right, so was that the problem? Did it stopped being non-compiled?
handle create order.
All right, so create or coaching profile. Now this thing is going to be different, but now my API, I don't even have an API set up, and he's obviously got this API thing set up. I mean, he's got this going. He's not going to show us how either. Apparently that's not part of this course. He's just going complete microservices. We're just going to call my API. It exists. And I'm like, okay. Because we're going to go do a test now. Coaching profile. And what is the customer? We're going to say user ID. Because for me, it is user ID. Oops. And then, so what has he got? Customers. Oh, okay. So I probably should have a users. This should probably be users. Users, user ID, and instead of orders, it'll be coaching profile. Actually, no, probably should be lowercase. I think everything is supposed to be in here lowercase because everything needs to be lowercase. Okay, so it's user. I don't. Oh, because he's doing user ID from the parameters. All right, so blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's what mine is going to be. That's my route to an API I have yet to create, which he's not going to show me how, but I'll just have to create them because at some point I'll have to do it anyway. It's just basically the database, but I still have to create a migration. I want to create a database table and the bits through a migration file. Okay, so I have to stop. It's Friday and it's after 5 o'clock, and I always try to stop by 5 o'clock on any kind of work items. It's time to decompress and go into a funner mode of being. I do have play practice tonight. Yay me! Well, I mean, I guess yay me is you know. I noticed that one of the things broke on here. I can't do control. It's like Control KS now. Control KS. My saving everything bit. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, it's gonna have to be it for now. TIAGO, man. Thanks for showing me this. I kind of wish you'd be a little bit more explanatory on it, but it is hopefully, you know, maybe I'll be able to get this fully translated into my own code and be able to come up and visualize how it's all actually functioning a little bit better, because, you know, it's microservices. I haven't done that. I haven't done them in Go at all. I am learning Go, and I realize I syntactically might have some lack of knowledge, but I don't think that's the problem here. I understand the concepts. Is that anything? Does that count? I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna stop, and then maybe I'll start again doing something a little bit more